Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using The Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Tilly Walden. Tilly Walden, yeah. The website is liminal11.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you want to, of course. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. The website is rockpoolpublishing.com.au, A as an apple, U as an umbrella. Feel free to check that out if you'd like to. What do we have for Cancer? You've had like 3 cards fell out while I was shuffling, and like Judgment and Question. Ooh. Your card is the last card. Judgment and Question. Things are definitely changing. Okay. They are. There's something going on here under the undercurrent is what's bothering me. So like an undercurrent, like when you're looking at like a stream or probably a river, it maybe look like it's going fairly slow on the top, but below the surface there may be quite the nasty undercurrent. So if you're not careful and you're swimming in that, you could end up in big trouble. It's kind of like that's what I'm kind of feeling. I remember seeing a video once where this one stream looked kind of like it wasn't a big deal. It was probably 4 feet wide, but like when they showed it underneath the water, like it went down like I think 9 feet, and the current under it was so nasty that anybody who went in that water, like it was very rare not to drown if you went in that little creek. So I'm just like, undercurrent is a big deal here. Like it's a really big deal. It's the undercurrent of what's going on around you. And there's definitely people fearing this outcome. Something has come to its end. This is something that you've been thinking about. Maybe it's been something that bothers you, in the sense of like, this isn't right and it needs to change. I really care about the people involved here, but this isn't right. Oh goodness. I'm getting this analogy. Doesn't mean this is actually happening, but this is like an analogy. It could be similar feeling, because this is a brutal one in my opinion. It's kind of like when you have a good friend that you've had in your life for a long time, and you found out maybe they're committed to somebody, but they're seeing somebody else, and it's very low key, and you, for whatever reason, you have this information, and you're like, that's not right. That's not right, and it needs to end at some point. And it's kind of like, this isn't right, and I don't know, it's like, all I can think of is it's not right, and I don't really know what to do about it. I don't, because like, the person you're connected to is the one who's doing something they shouldn't be. The other person, you're like, I don't really know that person that well, but this still isn't right. This isn't okay. This isn't right. And it bothers me. It feels like it bothers me, and I'm like, maybe I'm every now and then telling this person, like, you know, or maybe I want to tell this person, but for some reason I haven't. I'm like, they know this isn't right. Like, you know, there's no way they don't know this isn't right. And it's kind of like, So what's the undercurrent going on here? Something you're not seeing. That's a thing. The undercurrent is the 8 of Pentacles with the Lover's card. There's something going on here. There's definitely something going on here, and a change is coming because of it. So, again, that's just an analogy. It doesn't mean that actually has to be happening. If that's, I feel like you already know if that's happening or not. So if you're like, I don't really think I know, I don't really see that happening, don't worry about it. There could be something else here. This could be another thing where somebody maybe is going to leave the current job they're at, and they're taking on more responsibilities, and it's kind of like they're going to learn this job, they're going to get deep into this job, and then they're going to leave us all high and dry, and that's not right. Okay, so like if we're going to use this in a business sense, in another analogy, you work with this person, they're a coworker, you like them, they're a good friend of yours, but you know that they're going to leave this job, they're gearing up for it, they're going on interviews, they're just kind of getting it together for what they want. They're not going to stay here. But maybe they haven't told anybody else to work at this, and they got offered a promotion, or they got offered this new responsibility, and in case they stay, they don't want to walk away from it, or they don't want people to know, so they're taking on this new responsibility for whatever reason. Maybe it's going to be like 3 weeks of training, and it's going to take them to the point where they leave, so they're like, yeah, it'll be easy money for me. I don't have to worry about learning it that much, but then again, it's like, stress-free, I'll do it. And then when I leave, I leave. And you're like, that's not right, because you're going to take that from somebody who could have it, that's going to keep it. Plus, you're going to screw the rest of us over when you leave, because that's going to be one less person doing that job, and we need somebody doing that job. So it's kind of like this other person's going for what they love, and it's not quite there yet, but it's going to be there soon. And it's kind of like, I feel like I'm seeing somebody set a situation up, and it's kind of like, I'm not okay with this. This isn't fair. This does not feel fair to me. A change is coming, but the way you're doing it, it just feels like it's leaving somebody else at a disadvantage, and it doesn't feel fair. Not you, but the person you're dealing with. It's like, that's not fair to leave them at somebody else's disadvantage. But they're feeling like if I say something now, judgment will go against me, and they're afraid to say something now. They're like, no, it's kind of like, I've seen this happen at other jobs. So if I'm going to play devil's advocate, say we're going to do the job thing. We're going to do the job thing. Say I'm that person. I'm taking this new job. I'm taking the new position at the same company, but I know I'm leaving. The thing is, I don't want to tell them no for this position. Maybe I feel like if I tell them I don't want it, they're going to be like, well, why don't you want it? All this other time you've wanted it. It's going to create questions that I don't want to answer. And I'm like, I can't go a couple weeks without a paycheck, or, I can't go a couple months because I don't know when this job's going to come in, this next job, if it will. It looks really good, and I have my feelers out to 3 different places, so it looks like I am going to leave, but I don't feel confident enough to, walk away from this just yet. And I have seen places, I have worked at places where people give their notice, and an hour later they're being walked out for whatever reason. I've seen it happen more than once, quite frankly. So I can, if I'm playing devil's advocate, they're afraid that this is going to go negatively against them in a way that they can't afford. So they're like, no, I can't do that right now, for whatever reason. I don't know if they're explaining that, because I see the 2 of Swords here, and I don't feel the communication is coming towards you, what they're thinking or feeling. I'm not saying that would solve this issue for you. I'm just saying you're not getting the information is what it feels like to me. Within the next 3 months, and I know this is a general read, but I think that's why we're saying 3 months. Give or take 3 months, if this is hitting, within the next 3 months, this change will occur with the Death card. But it still bothers me. Until it happens, it's still bothering me until it happens. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know what to do about it. And Cancer is extremely loyal, but still, usually when you're having a conflict about what somebody's doing, you usually will say your piece too. When somebody's worth it to you and you know they're doing something they shouldn't, I feel like you will say something. Kind of like, listen, I don't like this. I don't think this is okay. Because you value them to that level, you will say something. The thing is, I don't know what to do with this, is what I keep getting for you. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Are we sure this is the right? Are we sure we have to do it this way? If you start a conversation with this person about what's going on, how is that going to affect you? Because I feel like your outcome is good, but it doesn't change. No, you still get the 18. You still get the Moon card, and then you get the Ace of Fire. You're gonna kind of push them to change things. That it's just, I feel like you want action, and they're telling you that action. They're hoping action is coming. I still feel like it's I don't know what's going on. It doesn't seem to make it any easier for you. I feel like I'm kind of really conflicted about what am I supposed to do with this. It bothers me that I know it. It really bothers me. Whoever this person is, I feel like you're very loyal to them. I feel like you are. Especially if this is a work situation, this is how it's coming through, so I'm just going to roll with it. You're going to be very loyal to them, kind of like, I don't see you saying anything. I see it bothering you, but I don't see you saying anything. But I see it benefiting you in the long run. Something about this is benefiting you. You will definitely learn more information later, but for example, if somebody's going to another job, they might help you in a way you didn't expect. I'm not exactly sure how that is. It could be, maybe you're going to follow them to this new job, possibly. It could be when you leave, or when they leave, they're going to tell you things to help you move ahead, or they're going to leave good word with you, or good word with other people about you, so maybe you can move forward. There's positive energy. They are showing gratitude in the long run. They know it's messy. They know it's not ideal, but they are showing appreciation at some point. I'm not saying that's going to make it okay with you, but I feel like this is somebody who's looking back and they're like, Cancer, I really look back on Cancer as a very positive connection. They want to keep that positive connection with you. So this might be, for example, if you work with this person, it might be somebody you hang out with outside of work as well, and they want to keep that. So they're trying to make sure that they honor the connection and they try to leave something behind for you, or help you move forward too. If they end up at a different place, at a different job, they're kind of trying to move you forward with them. If it's the other thing, which is very stressful for some reason. If it's the lovers thing where they're cheating on somebody and they're going to move on and all that's happening, they're going to tell you the truth about what was going on there. But this is also somebody that will have your back no matter what happens. So this is how it's coming through. I mean, I just got to honor the energy, how it's coming through. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it. It's up to you how you feel about it. I just got to say it how it's coming through. So this is how I see it playing out. This is somebody who's they're probably already extremely loyal to you. As you're helping them through this change, because I do feel like in some respect you are helping them through this change, they're remembering that and they're looking out for you on the other side. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's what I see coming through. I feel like you might keep looking back. It feels like I keep looking back and I'm just like, I feel like I still don't like it. I still look back and I'm like, all right, but I don't like it. I feel like I keep looking back and I just can't stop looking back and I'm just like, However it played out, I look back and I'm like, I really wish there was a better way that worked out, but it didn't. It was what it was. But I feel like the loyalty I have to somebody who's close to me, I feel like that's going to serve me better long run. I feel like this is just highlighting what's already going on. I don't feel like this is saying do or don't do anything. I'm feeling this is just highlighting what's going on, where it's going. You make your decision how things should pan out. Is there anything I'm missing here that I should be saying? It does seem a bit messy. High Priestess and the Seven of Swords. This person is doing what they feel like is literally the best. They're taking what's going on in the situation and they're trying to make the best of it. They're moving on from this as easily as possible without creating any more disruption than they have to. That's part of their goal. So, I don't know. I'm not saying anything here is right or wrong. It feels like, I feel like I'm constantly questioning it the whole way. That's all. So, I'm going to let it go there. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.